Greetings, YouTube. So today we are taking a look at some third-party 1/12 scale cloth goods action figures, and they're made by this company. I've honestly, to be full disclosure here, I've never bought from this company. I've never heard of them. Apparently they have put out figures before, but I've never bought any from them. But it's PSER Toys or PSER Toys. I don't know how to say it necessarily. It may just be an acronym. I don't know. But these are basically soft goods, kind of Mezco knockoffs of Superman and Batman, called Fashion Man and Rich Man. Yeah, sounds ridiculous, but can I just say that what a time to be alive. In 2024, I can buy pretty decent knockoffs of established, well-known, popular figures that are actually pretty good. So let's have a look at them. So I guess we'll do the obligatory box thing, but this is the Fashion Man box, and it clearly has a Superman emblem on it. I find it hilarious that they have the nerve to put DC on there and 112 like it's true Mezco or something like that. Like, that's crazy to me that they just have the gall to do that. But I guess when you're a third-party company and you operate overseas, you kind of can just do whatever you want until somebody shuts you down. So there's the Superman box, and then here's the Batman one. Again, you got those labels like everything's legit when it's really not. But look, I ain't getting paid by nobody. Honestly, YouTube barely pays me. So I'll buy whatever until somebody wants to pony up some money. Then I'll be discerning. But right now, you putting out good product or decent product or okay product, and I want to take a look at it, I'm buying it. All right, so enough with the boxes. Let's have a look at the figures. So let's start with Fashion Man or Superman. So I'm starting with Superman because he is the weaker of the two. So I got these from VC Toy Box. This is a online retailer, kind of like 5K Toys. They sell a lot of third-party, not mainstream toy company figures. They have a lot of good stuff, just like 5K Toys. But some of it's very niche, and some of it is knockoff, but it's quality knockoff. It's not like terrible knockoff. So first of all, I will say that, and we'll go over the pros and the cons here. So the pros, the body figure, the base figure that they use for these guys is really well sculpted. Like, you can see all these little ab muscles and stuff, and his pectorals poking out of his suit here. Like, that's really well done. I mean, I was not really expecting it to be that good, but that looks really good. And the cloth that they used for the suits is really, really high quality. It doesn't have the little fuzzes developing on it. I haven't detected a whole lot of threads pulling from it. Like, it's really, really well done. Like, whatever budget they had, it seems like they poured a lot of it into the fabric of the suits. Just the aesthetics of these guys is really good. Like, I can't really complain a whole lot about the aesthetics. For Superman here, from the neck down, he's pretty spectacular. It's from the neck up where it gets a little wonky. So his neck, number one, is a little bit too long for the body and for how they did the head sculpt. Not only that, the skin tone on the neck does not match the head. The neck is more of a pinkish, whereas the head is more of a tannish. So they messed up there. I saw another guy's review, and his Superman had a huge nick, like right here on the face, and it was like black where it was supposed to be skin tone. Fortunately, I did not have that QC issue, but that would suck. As far as the body itself, it does have decent articulation, a little bit of a butterfly action. It does have, curiously, like a Storm Collectibles rubber kind of torso, which I found interesting. When I go over articulation, you'll see that that is good and bad at the same time. But as far as aesthetics goes, Superman is looking pretty good besides the neck and the head area. The head itself isn't a bad sculpt. It just, the fact that the skin tones doesn't match makes it look like that. That takes away the quality of the figure. The star of this show here, though, is Batman. Like, this is a hell of a Batman. I mean, that's a hell of a Batman. I was shocked when I saw this. Now, mine did have a little bit of a QC issue here. The head was stuck to the neck. So when I tried to move it, it didn't move. And when I actually forced it to move, it nicked the paint. And now I got to paint that black again. But the Batman figure is, damn, like, that's really good. That's a really good Batman. Like that, look at this sculpt of this guy. Are you serious? This is a knockoff? Sheesh. So, I believe, and I'm not always sure, it's sometimes hard to tell when you got cloth goods over something. I want to say they're the same sculpt under the fabric, like it's the same base body. The neck is a different type of setup here because he has the cowl, whereas Superman just has the neck, so the articulation is going to be different. But as far as the figure itself, this Batman is actually really good. This is one of the better cloth goods Batmans that I've had in my hands, aesthetic wise. All right, let's take a look at articulation. Okay, so let's talk articulation. From the neck down, I believe they are pretty much the same. There is a decent butterfly going backwards or some type of mechanism so that they can rotate the shoulders like that. The weakness here is that there isn't an ab crunch or anything like that. Well, there is, but it's I believe it's inside the torso. As soon as you bend it a little bit farther, it comes out and you can pop it back in real easy, but you can tell that there's a ball joint here, but if you push it too far this way, it doesn't go. Backwards, it's a whole lot better, but forwards, not so much. It feels like there is a ball joint at the waist as well, but again, if you push it too far, it'll come out and then you have to push it back in. Leg wise, he can go out decently far. The forward is not great. It's okay, but that's not really that good. And that becomes a problem when you're talking about flight poses. Well, I'll show you in a second. There is a thigh twist. You are double jointed at that knee. The ankle is, it's got a decent rocker, back, forward. It's very loose though, I'll tell you that. It's way too loose. Back up to this arm. Is there a, yes, there is a bicep swivel. You are double jointed at the knee. And then the wrist is, what is this wrist? Oh, there you go. You got a ball on the peg. So it's very similar to a Mezco setup. I believe that is what they were going for, is a 112 collective kind of setup. When you try to put somebody like Superman in a flight pose, number one, and I didn't even cover the neck articulation, that's my bad, but the neck is on a ball joint at the neck and at the head, so you can get that. That's very good. And then because it will go back far, that's good too. So flight poses, that's a little bit too much, but flight poses, you're pretty good from the waist up. Unfortunately, if you try to get this knee bent so that you can kind of get the classic Superman pose, it's a bit of a struggle. It's not terrible, but it's not ideal. Ideally, you'd like this knee to be able to come up more, but that's not bad. Like that's a good, flight pose. So it's not bad at all, especially considering it's not, it's a knockoff. Like every time I'm looking at this and every time I'm thinking about what I'm looking at and judging what I'm looking at, I have to remember that this is a knockoff. All right, so Batman's articulation is pretty much the same. However, his neck articulation is different because he does not have a solo neck here. He has a cowl attached to it. So it does move similarly, but when you move it, you get like gappage here, but it does move similarly. He still has a ball up here at the top. So the articulation is pretty good. He can look up very good so that he can do his Batman type things. So besides the lack of being able to bend all the way at the midsection, I think the articulation is serviceable to good. All right, let's look at some size comparisons and then I will get y'all out of here. All right, so let's compare to Superman first. Look, I hate to even say this because I really love Mezco as a company, but the Mezco Superman over here is probably the worst one of the bunch. And that's sad because this dude costs like $125. This is a custom. This is a knockoff. This is a custom Ultraman, basically Superman. And then this is another knockoff. Why are the knockoffs better than Mezco's? Every Superman here, including this new one, is better proportioned and better looking than this one. And this one, I doctored up. That super symbol is something I made. His collar and stuff, I fixed that so that it wasn't all bunched up. And he still don't look as good as the rest of these. That's a travesty. All right, and then round off those Superman comparisons. So we have Superman from PSER Toys, Mafex Superman, Mafex Steel, knockoff with I want to say this was the 3-0 body that I used for Shazam, and then the DCUC Superman. On to the Batman comparison. So we have here our PSER Batman in the middle. And going from left to right, we got the Mezco Michael Keaton Batman. There's a reason you probably never seen it on my channel. I have problems with it. Sovereign Knight Batman from Mezco. This is their best Batman that they've made, in my opinion. This one is a complete custom. Like, I took the suit from the old school Batman that they had put out with the big chin and everything, took it off that guy and put that suit on a Marvel Legends body. And then this one is another Mezco one. This is the Supreme Knight. This is Batman in his older age, and this is his tricked out outfit. So as I said, this one from PSER is damn good. Like, it's a damn good Batman. All right, let's throw in some more Batmans here. We got another custom. This is only soft goods cape, but regular, like Marvel Legends body custom. Mezco Robin, Mafex Batman in black, old school DCUC Batman. They nailed it on Batman. Superman's kind of suspect. This Batman is on point. So to round this out, we're going to put together a makeshift Justice League. This is a hodgepodge of figures from different lines. Some of them ain't even soft goods, but it's the best I got for a Justice League that actually looks not bad. We got DC Multiverse from Mattel, Aquaman, Mezco Green Lantern, Mezco Wonder Woman, PSER Superman and Batman, custom come from the ground up, basically Flash, and then McFarlane Martian Manhunter. I don't know about y'all, but that looks pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna shoehorn this in here. So I did not go over accessories, I completely forgot. But Batman comes with this special fist with a hole in it and this grapple gun. You can fit the grapple gun into the hole, and that's how he holds the grapple gun, per se. I don't know if I love that, but it's nice that they tried. You get 2 open hands. You get 2 batarang holding hands, which these are actually pretty well done. And then you get 2 batarangs, which are pretty good. Supermans are easy. All you get is 2 kind of relaxed hands, and then you get 2 flight hands. So if I had to rate these PSER figures, the Batman, I would give a solid 8.5, almost 9. Like, besides the articulation at the waist or the midsection, this is damn near perfect. The Superman has some flaws. The neck, the skin tones, not as good as it could have been. So 8.5, 9, 7.5, 7. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.